Let's talk about something we all struggle with. Why do we make trading decisions that we know deep down are probably a bad idea? Today, we're going to dig into the psychology behind why we do this. And more importantly, I'm going to give you a simple playbook to help you stop.
Okay, let's be real for a second. Have you ever felt that frantic feeling at 9:31 a.m., staring at your screen, feeling like you absolutely have to make a move right now or you're going to miss out on everything? Yeah, we've all been there.
I'm talking about these kinds of impulses. You know, FOMO buying a stock after it's already shot up 15%, or refreshing your portfolio like 50 times a day. And that gut-sinking feeling when a meme stock you jumped on starts to just fall off a cliff. Or maybe the worst one, holding on to losers forever, just praying they'll come back. Trust me, I've learned all of these lessons the expensive way.
But here's the thing that's actually kind of a relief. If you do this stuff, it doesn't mean you're a bad investor or that you lack discipline. It just means you have a human brain. The problem isn't your willpower, it's literally your wiring. These are predictable brain glitches that trip up everybody.
And that really gets to the core of it all. Our brains are basically running on ancient software in a high-speed digital world. Our wiring is perfect for, fight or flight stuff like escaping a tiger. But it is absolutely terrible for navigating the 24/7 pressure cooker of the modern stock market.
I mean, think about it. A few decades ago, who did you compare yourself to? Your neighbors, maybe your coworkers. Your world was pretty small. But today, we are swimming in a constant 24/7 digital feed of everyone else's highlight reels. It's a nonstop barrage of other people's wins, which is the perfect breeding ground for envy and that portfolio killer we all know and love, FOMO. And the apps we use just pour gasoline on this fire. Trading platforms are designed to feel like video games. You know that little rush you get when you hit buy? That's a dopamine squirt in your brain. It's the same chemical hit you get from beating a video game level. And while it feels great for about 3 seconds, it has absolutely nothing to do with whether you actually made a good trade. So there's a name for all these little mental glitches. It's called behavioral bias. And these are the real culprits behind our worst decisions. They're these systematic, totally predictable errors in thinking that steer us away from making rational choices. So let's unmask the 3 biggest brain traps that trip up traders like us all the time. Just understanding them is the first huge step to actually beating them.
First up, we've got action bias. But I just call it the do-something itch. It's that feeling that you have to be trading, even when the smartest move is to just sit on your hands and do nothing. This itch is what leads to overtrading, to jumping in and out of positions, and reacting to every little news headline. And here's the kicker. Study after study shows the more you trade on this impulse, the worse you do.
All right, next up is the big one, FOMO, the fear of missing out. We already talked about how social media cranks this up to 11. In trading, it's that sheer panic you feel when you see a stock going to the moon and you're not on the rocket ship. It creates this herd mentality where everyone just piles into the same trade, usually right at the top.
And if you want a perfect case study in FOMO, just look at the GameStop saga. The stock was just sitting there at 17 bucks. Then the hype machine on Wall Street Bet starts up and it goes flying. Then Elon Musk tweets, and it more than doubles in one day, hitting almost $500. This was pure FOMO. And when that bubble popped, anyone who jumped in late got totally wrecked.
The third trap is a really sneaky one, loss aversion. Psychologists have found that the pain of losing $100 feels about twice as bad as the pleasure of gaining $100 feels good. And this is a huge deal. It explains why we sell our winners way too early just to lock in a small profit, but we'll hold our losers forever, hoping they'll just get back to even so we don't have to face the pain of admitting we were wrong.
Yeah, this quote from Dr. Veronica Tite just nails it. Admitting we made a mistake hurts our ego. So instead of cutting a small loss and moving on, what do? We double down. We get stubborn. It's called the sunk cost fallacy, and it's a killer.
Okay, so that's the problem. It kind of feels like our brains are wired to work against us. But the good news is we can fight back. Not with more willpower, but with a better system. So let's get into what you can actually do about it.
The whole key is to make your big decisions when you're calm and rational, before you even put $1 into a trade. You need to build a system with hard rules. Define your goals. What's your price target if you're right? And even more important, where will you get out if you're wrong? You need an exit plan for both scenarios written down before you click buy. That's your defense against your emotional grain in the heat of the moment.
Now, this is a really powerful mental shift. You're never going to turn off your emotions. You're still going to feel fear. You're going to feel greed. You're going to feel FOMO. The trick is to see them for what they are. They are just signals from your ancient brain. They are not commands that you have to obey. And a really practical way to do this is a technique called urge surfing. So when you feel that intense craving to make an impulse trade, don't try to fight it. First, just recognize it. Just name it. Say, okay, that's FOMO I'm feeling. Second, just accept it. Don't judge yourself for it. Just let yourself feel it. And third, just watch it. Imagine it's like an ocean wave that builds up, hits a peak, and then naturally fades away. The urge will pass if you just give it a minute and don't act.
So after understanding these brain traps and building a system to fight back, it all really boils down to one simple, powerful idea. This should be your new mantra when it comes to trading.
The best trade is sometimes no trade at all. Seriously, resisting that do-something itch, letting the FOMO wave pass you by, and sticking to your plan, that is the real game changer. In a market that is designed to make you act impulsively, patience and doing nothing are actually your superpowers. Remember that next time you feel that pressure to click the button.